This is a PS5. The customer said the PS5 was working and it was plugged into the TV by accident. You dropped it when it was the HDMI connected. And the HDMI band, now it has no display. So it's a common issue. We see it many times. Replacing the HDMI will take care of the problem. The HDMI port. In this case, I replaced the HDMI twice, still have no display. So let me show you. White light, it's go on, stay on. Everything works except the HDMI display. And sometime you see I have a green screen on the TV or pixelite picture, like the same symptoms as a bad HDMI port. Already replaced the HDMI twice. I check the pins in the HDMI. I check the HDMI filters, the data filters, SMDs. I check the diode. I check the 5-volt HDMI. Check for the short in the HDMI control IC. Still no display. So the next and the last option for me is to replace the HDMI control IC. Yeah, we hear the sound like the console is turns on. White light is on, but on the TV it's stuck at no video. So let's replace the HDMI IC, then we go from there. Or before that, let's show you how we check the filters. And I did reflow the HDMI control IC in case if there is any crack in it or bad connection. Yeah, with no luck. So yeah, that's the HDMI, that's the HDMI control IC, and the chip here that's the filters, that's the diode, and there is another diode here. So let's check them together again, just we be sure. Yeah, you can see the solder and the pins all good. Yeah, there is no crack pads or moving pins. The solder is all around the pins. Yeah, you can see the solder here is all through the board. So that's a good solder. And that's a new HDMI as well. Alright, so yeah, the solder looks good. There is no problem on it. And we can check the HDMI connection with this small device here. This is just HDMI solder to this board, and we have the test point. And that's make it more easy. Yeah, this board is very handy for the HDMI test. Like, sometimes you may have this solder bridge not this side but under the HDMI, and it's hard to see it. But here, like, we can go like this. We can go from a point to another point and to see if there is any like short solder bridge. Alright, it's good. So there is no solder bridge. Then next we're going to check the connection between the point here to the point here. So this one good. Then this point, and we'll keep going. So the point number 2, 3, 0.4. So we keep going like that. Alright, there is no short, and there is a connection from outside the HDMI to the inside HDMI. Alright, so let's check this diode to be sure it's not shorted. So open, and if we flip 0.5, and we check another diode. So this test is, so if you have no display, this is all the tests you can do. So for this diode right here is open. Then if we flip 0.5, so that diode is good. Yeah, the diode over there. The next thing, these small tiny chips right here. These ones here, it's just a little coil between this point here to this point. There is two coils inside it. So this coil should be go low ohm, as you see 0.0 something. This coil here is a low ohm. Then we test cross it to be sure there is no internal short, or there is a short inside the same thing here. Okay, that's good. Alright, test all the coils are good, and so then I test. So we check from this point all the way to this point to be sure the trace is good. So here this trace is good. Then we skip one, and we go to the number 3. Is gonna go to here. So that's number 4. Okay, number 4 here is good. We skip one because this is the ground and this. So this is, then we test this one, ground, test this one, and this one, ground. This is the HDMI, like data line, clock, power, the 5-volt power line here. So that's the coils, is 1, 2, 3, 4 coils. 1, 2, 3, 4 coils, yeah. So, and we check the HDMI control IC for the short. You can see there is no short. Yeah, we check all these capacitor around it. Yep, I don't see any short in the IC, but because we have no option, already changed the HDMI twice, we're going to change that IC and we go from there. Right, that's the IC, and we put some flux. Okay, that's the direction of the chip. So I already removed the old chip, and we're going to install this one. So I take this chip from another PS5 that is a donor board. Hopefully this HDMI IC is good. If not, I'm going to order another one. There is a little squares, you can see them in the corner. That's to guide, to tell you the position of the chip. Okay, yeah, now it's good. Or I will give it a little push, then let it flow it again. Okay. Alright, we wait for the console to cool down, then we test it. Alright, let's test the console. Alright, it's powering on. Gonna turn on the TV. So I don't have no other option because I did check to see if there is any liquid metal going there. So yes, we have the display. We have the display. That's great. Yeah. Damn, I have this console over a couple days now working in this console, trying to figure out. I did clean the liquid metal from the CPU in case when it's dropped that liquid metal go on the CPU, searching the capacitors, the CPU capacitors. I check the capacitors on the microscope to see if anything cracked or shorted, because when I test the HDMI control IC I find no short. So no short IC likely is not the problem, but it is the problem. There is no short, but it doesn't work right. So this is great, it fixed and it's ready. This is all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and see you again.